Hello everyone, my name is Captain Jack and welcome back to Space Engineers. Today we're doing another ship review from a Fantastic Steam Workshop. With me today I have the Revelation. This is an assault carrier built in vanilla by the fantastic Abildor Frey. Yeah, I'll put his name in the video, that was kind of hard to pronounce for me. So yeah, this is a Revelation assault carrier and it is absolutely fantastic. It is completely massive, so if I just sit in here a minute, it's really massive and is lagging me to about 25 FPS. I really need to upgrade my system for space at some point. But this is really a big ship, and fun fact, it can land on planets as well. It is vanilla, it's a carrier, and can land on planets. What more do you want? I mean, just looking around the ship here, we do have some fantastic creations. We've got some life pods on the side here. Up here we've got more engines, Gatling turrets. Also got our carrying ability, so we've got some fighters and some dropships. It's pretty cool. Tons of hangar space around here, plenty of things to play with. It's a fantastic ship. So, let's take a look around it and see what we can pick up. Now, starting with, I didn't actually realise the direction this ship's meant to go, funnily enough, because the bridge was placed over here. So I was like, wow, okay, so which way is the ship actually meant to go? I presume it goes this way, or that way. I don't know, because there's a few engines that way, so I'm going to presume this way? Yeah, it's a bit of a confusing one, because I don't actually know which way it goes. This is the front end of the ship, this one here. Which does make sense, because you've got more engines at the back there. Which is perfectly fine, it's a carrier, it's not really meant to engage things at point blank range. That's why it's got open hangar bays at the start here. But these hangar bays are pretty cool. I mean, just look at the space inside of here. You can land a lot bigger ships in here. Excuse the lighting errors, by the way. Space Engineers keeps throwing hissy fits lately. So inside a giant hangar here, we do have more lights and stuff in here, able to store a mini ship as well. Little rooms in here. We will have a more in-depth look at the interior in a minute, but as you can see here, the hangar space is quite cool. The ship is slightly going down, it's because we do have rotors on board. But if we come out of the ship again, these giant white armor panels really add to the design of a starship, and I love them. Especially with the skate pods down there, they're pretty cool. So we've got the giant white armor panels here, and behind them there's lots of thrusters hidden behind, with atmospheric thrusters for days, because don't forget this can land in planets, so if I have time I will show you, if not you can see a picture of it on the Steam Workshop. Loads of connections routes built for right here, including more hydrogen thrusters hidden behind the armor panels, as well as a few point Gatling defense turrets here. Obviously this is just for turret defense and stuff. You don't really need that many offensive weapons, because at the end of the day it is just a carrier, which does make sense. More thrusters and things over here, we've got a few side thrusters, those can be really helpful, especially when travelling in atmosphere. You don't want to always rely on your gyroscopes, because you may not be able to turn quick enough, so having side thrusters is really helpful. Flashing lights and stuff over here, look, these engines light up really cool. If we can actually get the lighting engine to render it, can we? No, the engine is just bugging out today. Not entirely sure what's wrong with the engine. It seems with big builds lately, spaces can't entirely handle lights, but I don't know why. Thrusters built up here, and these are built in a really nice design. I love how these thrusters are done. But I believe the thrusters in here also do have a weird little contraption, and that is that they can be turned on rotors, which is quite cool. Not entirely sure how they work out, but we'll have to give it a try in a bit to see. I think they can just adjust up and down and point to different variables, which is actually quite cool, because if you look at it, they are based on rotor pivots over here, which is slightly interesting, so I'd like to see how that works out in a minute. But yeah, that's all the thrusters inside here, they're pretty cool. I presume they can also rotate down to act as thrust here as well, which is pretty cool. A sort of multi-vector thruster enhancement. It's different, I'll give it that. Up here we have even more hydrogen thrusters hidden under the front hull, including a few more ion thrusters hidden inside here as well, if we travel in here. These again are on a rotor pivot, meaning they could possibly turn down to go outside of these vents. Really cool, I like the addition to that. A nice little yellow pipeline go along here as well. I do love it when people add the little minuscule minor details in it. It really builds onto a ship like this, especially the indication lights and the vents. Love it. Please do excuse the lag today, by the way. Big ships and my computer do not go hand in hand together. I really need to upgrade at some point. Lots more iron thrusters in here and stuff like that. Fantastic. On top here with a few more design details. With these tyres, they're a fantastic use to make the ship build up and look like pipes are running across it. I really like it when you do that. Also got indication, sort of yellow armour placing there, like a warning sign almost. We do have an observation deck up here, which we will take a look at inside in a bit. But that's just a basic observation deck, there we go. And it does look, it reminds me of sort of like a naval carrier really, because you have these observation decks just below the antennas where everything looks out. And also we do have our antennas up here, which are spinning around, it's pretty cool. I always like the look of those things. We've got actually a satellite up here as well, nice, that's cool. Hey, I like that. I wonder how this ship would face off against an attack. It'd be pretty interesting to see, because it's quite heavily armed. So moving along here, more windows, and here the sort of bridge superstructure is built up as well. I do like the way this is held up, it gives like a really cool design to it. Especially the sort of command tower over here. In the middle we do have a bit of an open area as well. These lights are even pivoted to provide a bit more of like a landing strut here, so people can see where they're landing. So fighters can come down here, they can dock in this hangar bay, they can dock in another hangar bay. We've got a window here for people to watch out of. More windows on the side, so there's hangar bay 1 in there. I don't think there's anything in there. Nope. You've got these nice little landing pads that fighters can land on. It's a really cool addition to how things work, because everything's on rotor pivots here, which is quite cool. A lot of rotors are using this build, so that is one thing to bear in mind. However, I've not seen an accident as of today, so that's pretty good. Hangar 2's in there, so things can store in there, and then everything can fly in and out like that. It's pretty cool. I do love this little join here. It may be seen as a tactical weakness, but don't forget this is a carrier. It's not meant to be on the front lines. Does make sense. We've got the lifeboats over here. We must try one of these in a moment. Actually, no, why don't we try it now? I really want to try a lifeboat. If we just beam ourselves in here. Ta-da! Right. Let's go down. It's lagging so much. Come on, Space Engineers, you can handle it. Let's get through the door. So how does this work, then? So I presume we're a life pod here. Yep, we're a life pod here. How do I detach? Oh, there we go. That didn't really work out as intended. Okay. Right, let's just delete the life pod and leave it there, to be honest. I know it says please send help when you launch. That's pretty cool. I'd love to see if we can actually launch all the life pods. That might be funny to trigger, wouldn't it? We should try that in a bit. But yeah, so that's the life pod there. That works out quite well. We do have front hangars over here as well. This is one thing I did want to show you. A larger ship is docked inside the hangar here, which is sort of this like corvette carrier. Or more, it's like an attack corvette that's stored in here. I think we can get in it, so why don't we give it a try. So this is docked in this hangar bay here. There's 2 of these, so you could actually store 2 of these on board. Only one is docked at a minute, but I believe this is a smaller ship by the Steam Creator. So let's see if we can hop in and actually launch it. I love carriers like this when you've got multiple things to play with. Sadly, I can't seem to get my head in the door though, so which is a bit embarrassing, but let's just go like that. That's because I'm smacking my head on the bulkhead. Cool, right. Okay. Let's see if we can reverse out here in style. What buttons do we got? Repair on off. Engine tilt trigger now. Don't need engine tilt trigger. That's the docking view. Don't need that. Let's go. I don't think I have the ability for thrusters. Oh, hang on, here I do. Where's the thrusters? Gatling's switch. Don't need that. Systems on off. Probably need that. 6 and 7. Hey, there we go. Right, engage. There we go. Right, we're taking off. Steady, steady she goes. Let's leave this in one piece. Don't know how well this is going to go. It's like basically like a little shuttle leaving the port, really, isn't it? Steady, steady. Oh, gently does it. That was so close to hitting those lights there. There we go, move around. I'm actually like navigating a shuttle outside a hangar. This is very new for me. Surprisingly, nothing's gone wrong. See if we can do like a fast spin out of it. Oh, let's maybe not spin it out too far. That could potentially damage our bridge. Right, swing around. Oh, that's going to hit slightly, isn't it? Right, engage. Let's go. There we go. So like a little shuttle leaves the hangar bay and then flies out. That's pretty awesome. I like that. Let's go. We are like engaging like most of our power though, so I don't know if we can turn on additional batteries. Oh, it's only like a small little attack craft. Is this? Yeah, this can be used as like a small attack craft. So this could potentially be used as like an escort fleet or something. It can deploy from a ship to help it out and stuff, because it's got an atmospheric thruster on it as well. Could be as a little shuttle. Then again, it can only store like minor passengers and things like that, so maybe not that big of a shuttle. Anyway, we'll leave that one there just to drift around and do whatever it wants. But you kind of see there, it did park in this hangar there on those very nice landing struts inside here. Very cool addition. I'd love to see more of that. I'm going to try something with my own personal build soon where I can actually store something. But for a minute, let's take a look inside the bridge. We'll do some of the crucial areas. I don't want to drag this review out, so I'm only going to show you guys some of the crucial sort of areas which you can see. So inside here, this is the main bridge. We've got ramps that is open and closed. There are actually ramps on the ship which we can play with. I believe they are over here. Yeah, there's a giant ramp over here. So if we sit in this one, I think. Oh, is this blast doors? Can we activate these? Engage blast doors. There you go. They lock them off. Fantastic. Right. Here we go. So we can activate our stuff like that. Engine tilt. We can do that in a minute. Ship unlock. Ramp front move trigger. Cool. So if we do number 6. Number 6. There you go. So if you landed on a planet, you can actually deploy a ramp like this. Now, I think that's pretty cool, personally. So that actually deploys like that, and it just goes straight down. There's also a garage door as well, which we can press that and trigger those. Because I know what's in here. Oh, we do have rovers and stuff to play with. Awesome! I'm loving this carrier. There's actually vehicles for me to play with. Love it! Right, what else have we got? Number 9. Let's read before I trigger it. Oh, okay. Number 9. Number 9. Doesn't want to do anything. Alright, moving on. So on number 1, we do have a jump drive and a destination. 2 jump drives. We have a beacon for that turning on and off, and we'd also have some system lights and stuff like that. We can do engine tilt as well, and I believe we'll tilt engines at the front here. Oh, there we go. The engines are tilting. Look at that. They are actually tilting. This is a really cool mechanism to include on the ship. Awesome. Look at that. That's really cool. And they actually turn off. It's like a fully scripted mechanism where the thrusters will turn off once you tilt them. Because I guess that's like a benefit because you don't really want the thrusters burning your armor plating when they're moving around. Look, this whole engine bay is just moving inside here. I love it. That is really cool. It does amaze me, like, now doing workshop reviews and stuff like this, the amount of stuff people can build on the workshop, it is really cool. I mean, just look at this. Fantastic. Tell me another game where you can really get this at a minute. My love for space games has been reignited by this carrier, this Revelation assault carrier. You guys can kind of guess the general gist of it there. They do actually rotate. I think they've just begun rotating again now, judging for that lag spike. There we go. We've got a ramp at the front here where you can actually load vehicles and things onto. Now, that's pretty cool because I think you can drive them up this way as well. You can actually drive the vehicles around the ship. Yeah, you've got another vehicle bay up here. That is pretty cool. I love it. Anyway, let's go look at a more in-depth detail of the bridge here. So if we actually get out of this, we've got more of our screens up here. We've got repair is currently off. The garage is currently on. The ramp status is open. Lots of stuff here. Use remote control block to pilot. The one is emergency jump and if your engine tilts and stuff like that. This is page 2 over here. This is docking. You can connect to switch them on and off. You've got the landing gear as well, which you have down below. Really a lot of cool stuff to play with. Then there's signs down here. We'll just have a quick look around here because I'm not dragging this video for too long. I want to give you guys a good in-depth view of this ship. So there's a rear command center down there, which is just like more views and stuff like that. Nothing too special. And we've got more facilities down here. We have the emergency center in the cockpit, the mess hall officers, recreation station 4. We will take a quick pop down here and see if we can see anything. This should be the... This is section 4, I believe, which is like, might be the observation deck we have down here. I don't think this is the right one I'm looking for, but we'll take a look anyway. Oh, this is what I was going to look for. I was going to show you guys the actual thing. So on here, you guys can actually find and see all of the stations around here. So section 2 has outside paths, fighter hangar 1. Section 3 is upper hallway and lower hallway. Really a lot of cool stuff you can play with. One thing I do want to do before I completely leave the ship is let's just find the escape pods. I want to see if we can trigger the escape pods. Hey, we've managed to trigger all the life pods. Let's see if they engage. So that's really cool. Imagine that's all set up on a timer there. Your crew board the life pods and then they eject. I really love that feature. Look at that. The life pods are just escaping from the starship. That's pretty cool. There we go. Whoa. That's still pretty cool. The fact they get a safe distance, then you can just imagine the ship blowing up and self-destructing, can't you? Like, they reach a safe distance, then they begin like a slowdown sequence, which is pretty cool. I love it. It's like a really thought out and well done ship. Props to the creator for doing this. It's really amazing. If you guys want to check out more of a Revelation on the Steam Workshop, there will be a link down below in the description to where you can actually go find it, download it, and play with it yourself. I do highly recommend you do so. I've been Captain Jack. I've really enjoyed reviewing this ship creation. If you'd like to see more from me, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the videos and comment what you thought of it down below in the comments. I do read and reply to nearly all of them. So guys, this has been the Revelation Assault Carrier. Don't forget, check it out on Steam Workshop. I'll be back very soon. More Steam creations in Space Engineers, and I'll see you very soon. Goodbye.